for the visiting UC Riverside Highlanders.
Welcome to WCBN's broadcast of Michigan basketball. I'm Emily Herrard, and here with me today is Eric Littman as the Michigan Wolverines take on the UC Riverside Highlanders. Michigan 5-1, going against the Highlanders at 2-2. Here in today's matchup as the Wolverines come back from their Maui Invitational. Eric, what are some keys to the game for the Wolverines?
Well, if Michigan wants to play at their highest level, they definitely have to step it up with their interior defense. You know, I think the last couple games, the opposing team has been able to get some easy looks at the basket, and obviously Michigan's going to want to limit those easy looks. And then also Michigan has shown to be a team that relies on the three-point shot, so they definitely need to be able to capitalize on those open threes.
That's correct. And, you know, 4 of Michigan's starters are in double figures, but really Duncan Robinson is a good three-point threat for the Wolverines, but they do need to knock down some open shots.
Sure.
But so the starting lineup for the Wolverines tonight, Charles Matthews, Muhammad Ali Abdullah-Rahman, Mo Wagner, Duncan Robinson, and Eli Brooks. And then on the other side for UC Riverside, we have DJ Sylvester, Chance Murray, Brandon Rosser, Dikembe Martin, and Alex Larson. So one thing is UC Riverside has struggled with turnovers this season, so it'll be important to see the Wolverines, you know, really try to improve their defense and work on that weakness, and just kind of run the ball in transition. But looking forward, Wolverines will travel to North Carolina this week. So what are some things that they, you know, you kind of touched on it, but they need to hone in today so that, you know, against North Carolina they have some strengths for them.
Right. Well, North Carolina is a team that, you know, they're well coached, so there's not much room for error. So when you're coming into a crowd there in North Carolina, you definitely want to limit your turnovers. You know, giving them transition points is something that's going to give them momentum, and so you want to be able to have control of the game and play at your own pace. And if you limit turnovers, then that's going to make that easier.
Speaking of limiting turnovers, we have Rothman has been great with the ball so far this season. He has 22 assists and just 1 turnover. So he's really showing some senior leadership there, getting the ball moving and taking care of the basketball. As I said, UC Riverside really struggles with that. But Michigan, on the other hand, you know, is pretty low on turnovers for the season. So it'll be important for them to keep care of the basketball and really, you know, crash the boards on defense, because UC Riverside has been struggling with their three-point attempts. And now Wolverines getting ready to take the court. First game back from their trip from Maui. See if their legs are fresh after the long flight.
Yep. They did. They played 3 games in 3 days, I believe, right?
Yeah. So
hopefully they got enough rest and they're ready to go.
I thought it would be nice to go to Maui for Thanksgiving, but you know, it took such a quick turnaround that they probably didn't get to enjoy the beach that
Yeah, right.
You see Riverside in their black uniforms and the Wolverines wearing white. You see Riverside will start going right to left, Wolverines left to right. The circle ready to tip for the Highlanders is number 21, Alex Larson from Sweden, up against Mo Wagner. You see Riverside with 3 starters in double digits, and now the ref up, and the Wolverines tip it, and now Brockman controls it and gives it to Eli Brooks, who hands it off to Robinson. Up top, Wagner. Now side to Matthews. Matthews dribbles into the paint, kicks it out to Duncan, controls the pass. Now to Rockman on the right wing. Gets a screen from Wagner. Gives it to Matthews, thought about the three, drives baseline, kicks it back out to Wagner. To Rockman, back to Wagner, puts up the three with 3 seconds on the clock, and that's down.
And that's huge for Michigan. If Wagner can stretch the floor like that consistently, then that makes him a threat from both the perimeter and inside.
Now Chance Murray the other way for the Highlanders, gets it down low to Larson. Larson going against Wagner, who tips it out, and Matthews with the steal, kicks it up to Rockman. Rockman controls it up top. Now to Brooks. Duncan reverses it to Matthews on the left wing. He gets a screen from Wagner. Finds Wagner in the short corner, puts up the jumper. That one rattles in. Wolverines take a 5-0 lead. Now to convey Martin. Crosses the timeline. Hands it off to DJ Sylvester. Now left wing Martin. Martin cross-court pass into the corner to Murray. Murray against Rockman. Looking down low to Larson. Larson once again against Wagner. Spin move under the basket. Hook layup good. You see Riverside on the board with two.
A gorgeous spin move there to get his body around Wagner for the easy lay-in.
Brooks almost loses control of the ball. Gets it to Duncan. Robinson on the right wing up top. Rockman. Matthews, who finds cutting Wagner down low. Great pass. And Wagner now has 7 points.
And I love that right there. Matthews has been very comfortable getting to the high post there and was able to find Wagner down low.
Now Rosser to Martin. Martin to Lawson up top. Almost loses it to DJ Sylvester. He's guarded by Rockman. 9 seconds on the shot clock. Sylvester pulls up over Wagner, knocks that shot down. 7-4, Wolverines lead, 17:30 remaining in the first.
And if you're Michigan, you'll live with that shot. That was a tough fadeaway with a hand in his face. Sometimes they'll go in, but overall, those are the shots you want to force.
Benz Matthews kicks it to Brooks on the left wing. Gets a screen from Wagner. Now in the corner, it's Rockman. Back out to Matthews, puts up a three. That one's no good. Rebound tip to Chance Murray. Highlanders going the other way. Murray kicks it out to Sylvester, guarded by Brooks. Brooks now up top to Murray. Murray feeds it down low. Now Rosser. Rosser with a fadeaway jumper, no good. Rebound corralled by Rockman. Rockman going the other way. Finds Wagner, pulls up for the jumper. That one rattles in and out. Rebound Martin. Martin to Murray. Murray drives. Shot
defense.
no good. Good defense by the Wolverines. Other way, Matthews in the fast break with the dunk. 9-4 Michigan.
That's a good example of good defense leading to easy offense. Matthews got the easy dunk right there.
Now you see Riverside on offense. Martin gives it down low to Rosser. Rosser against Robinson. Back up top, Martin. 8 seconds on the shot clock. He's guarded by Brooks. Drives baseline. Has a shot blocked by Brooks. Rebound Wagner. Eli Brooks kicks it to Duncan Robinson in the right corner for three. Knocks it down.
Gorgeous pass by Brooks, and that's what Robinson does best. Michigan will need that in the long run.
12-4 Michigan. You see Riverside. Murray, floater in the lane, grazes the net, and Rockman with the rebound. Rockman to Wagner, takes a long three, top of the key, no good. Rebound Sylvester. DJ Sylvester going the other way. Now Murray on the left wing. Up top, Martin. Martin drives, kicks it to Sylvester, takes a corner three, wide open, knocks it down.
Nice job by Martin penetrating in close to the paint there. Found an open man on the wing. Good for three.
Wolverines up 12-7, just under 15 remaining in the first half. Charles Matthews drives into the lane, kicks it out to Eli Brooks, puts up a 3 from the corner. That one's good. The freshman now on the board with 3.
Charles Matthews.
You see Riverside working around the perimeter. Sylvester takes another 3 from the same corner. No good this time. Rebound tap to Rockman. Finds Matthews, who finds Eli Brooks in transition for the layup.
Good ball movement right there by Michigan. Getting another easy bucket in transition.
And with that, the Wolverines lead 17-7, and the Highlanders take a timeout. So far, Eric, what have you liked from the Wolverines?
They're playing very good defense in the paint so far. That's leading to a lot of tough shot attempts by UC Riverside. Obviously, they haven't been making. UC Riverside hasn't been making a lot of field goals in the beginning of the game, so that's leading to a lot of transition plays, and Michigan's getting a lot of easy buckets and open shots in the corner for 3.
The Wolverines are shooting hot 70% right now. We saw the first 7 points from Mo Wagner, so a good way for the Wolverines to start the game. Wolverines are also shooting 3 of 4 from downtown. You see Riverside 1 of 2. The leading scorer of the game is Mo Wagner with 7. On the other side, DJ Sylvester has 5 points. And Alex Larson, the team's leading scorer, has 2.
Yeah, and Wagner's been contributing in other ways on offense besides scoring. He's been setting up screens in the top of the key, leaving room for penetration for other guys to get open.
Yeah, there's been a lot of ball movement on the offensive end for the Wolverines, which with great shooters that they have, that's a good way to get them open and get the best shot possible. The Wolverines with a decent crowd in Crisler today, despite the opponent and it being a holiday weekend.
Yeah, a lot of good energy in here so far. Wolverines had a pretty exciting start. You could feel the noise from the crowd.
Coming out of the timeout, it looks like John Teskey will check in for the Wolverines.
Teskey's been huge for them. Just creating second chance opportunities. Something that he's done very well in the beginning of the year is he's getting offensive rebounds. And actually, he's shooting over 90% so far, which is a ridiculous rate. And a lot of that is due to just getting offensive rebounds right by the rim, just getting easy lay-ins. And that's big for the Wolverines.
And it's good for the Wolverines, as you said, to have him come off the bench, especially for a Mo Wagner, and have some depth off the bench in that position. Wolverines will now take the court with Matthews, Brooks, Rockman, Duncan Robinson, and John Teskey. Now in for UC Riverside is Johnny Kennedy. UC Riverside on offense. Up top is Martin. Now driving Sylvester, puts up the shot, no good, rebound. Eli Brooks pushing it quickly in transition. Slow it up top and give it to Rockman.
UC Riverside going for a little more of isolation basketball. Hasn't been working so far.
Brooks with the 3, misses. Rebound to UC Riverside's number 32, Benno Dykstra. Up top, Martin gives it in the corner to Murray. Now back up top, Martin. Going against Brooks. He kicks it in the corner to Dykstra. Airballs the 3. Rebound, Charles Matthews. Matthews drives all the way with the lefty layup. No good, but he is fouled. Foul will be on number 1.
Matthews taking it strong to the rim right there, and he's getting rewarded for his effort. We'll get a try at the stripe for 2.
At the line, shooting 2 for Wolverines, number 1, Charles Matthews.
Now checking in for the Wolverines, number 4, Isaiah Livers, number 3, Xavier Simpson. As Matthews knocks down the first, they'll come in for Brooks and Robinson.
Xavier Simpson and number 4, Isaiah Livers.
Matthews' shot is up and in. Wolverines now lead 19-7, 13 minutes remaining in the half. Number 5, Javon Brown in for UC Riverside. Up top to Murray. Left wing, Martin. Now to Dykstra, guarded by Teskey outside the 3-point arc. Martin bounce passes it to Brown. Brown gets the basket and is fouled.
Michigan foul is the number 15, John Teskey.
That is on Teskey. Be his first foul.
Team's first of the first half.
And now Brown will go to the line for 2.
Highlanders, number 5, Javon Brown.
Brown's first shot is in and out.
Checking in for UC Riverside, number 14, Brandon Rosser.
Now Brandon Rosser will check back in the game for Chance Murray. The second shot is up and in. It's 19-8. Now in the game, Xavier Simpson will bring the ball up for the Wolverines. He crosses the timeline. Gives it to Livers. Back to Simpson. Now down low, Livers with the turnaround jumper. That's good.
Good look by Livers. You know, a freshman coming into this offense, still learning how to be a part of the system. That's a nice way to get on the board there.
Up top, Brown. Now it's going to be thrown away by Kennedy. Michigan basketball.
Yeah, and that was just pure miscommunication by the UC Riverside offense. Kennedy thought his man was going to stay on the wing. He ended up cutting and threw it out of bounds.
That stop Wolverines on offense. Simpson gives it to Matthews, pulls up for elbow jumper, no good. Rebound's tipped around by Teskey, but it's going to be pulled down by Martin. The other way, Martin gives it up to Brown. Brown dribbles right, pulls it out beyond the 3-point arc, gives it back to Martin. Martin gets a screen from Dykstra, but it's almost stolen by Matthews, collected by UC Riverside up top. Brown, 8 seconds on the shot clock. Brown dribbling it baseline. He's double teamed by Teskey and Rockman.
Good defense.
Teskey with the steal. Other way, it's Simpson, top of the key 3, in and out, rebound Teskey. Out to Livers. Livers puts up the 3. That one's no good. Rebound Martin.
Good effort by Teskey there, getting position under the basket before the shot was up. Kept the play alive. They didn't get the second chance points, but you always want to see that from Michigan.
Now the other way, Martin drives, kicks it back out to Brown. Brown drives baseline, back to Martin, guarded by Rockman, gets all the way to the basket. Nifty layup.
Yeah, gorgeous Euro step right there to get open by Martin.
Wolverines up 11, 21-10. Simpson up top, gets a screen from Livers, gives it to Rockman, thought about the long 3 on the right side. Back up top, Simpson, 10 seconds on the shot clock. 3 by Matthews, no good. Rebound, Brown. Brown goes all the way, no good. Rebound, Simpson, pushing it up the left side for the Wolverines. Cross-court pass to Rockman, in the corner to Matthews, puts up the 3. That one's down and in.
Nice ball movement there. Abdur Rockman had the open shot, but passed it to Matthews to get the even better shot. Michigan getting another 3 on the board there.
24-10, just under 10 minutes to go. in the first half. You see Riverside on offense. Martin driving into the lane. Pull-up jumper from the right elbow. No good. Rebound, Matthews. Matthews pushing it in transition to Livers with the dunk. 26-10.
Gorgeous find there. Livers beat all the defenders down the floor. He got the easy flush for two.
And with that, UC Riverside will call another timeout. Wolverines up 16. And as you said, Teskey came off the bench with some important rebounds and a good spark for the Wolverines.
For sure, he's been active. I was watching him even for the shots that went in. He was positioning himself before his teammate would put up a shot. Just in case they'd miss it, he would be there for the offensive rebound. So some good energy from him off the bench.
Wolverines still shooting over 50%, 56 from the field, 4 for 9 from downtown.
Obviously, two different styles of play. Half of Michigan's shots have been from three, whereas only 2 of 13 of UC Riverside's shots have been from downtown.
You know, with the beeline offense, they like to shoot the threes with movement around the three-point arc. But the Wolverines have gotten contributions out of a lot of their players. Wagner with 7 points, Robinson with a 3, Charles Matthews also with 7, Isaiah Livers 4 points, and Eli Brooks, the freshman, with 5.
How about 6 assists already here for Matthews in just 10 minutes of play? That's pretty remarkable and just shows how well the ball has been moving for the Wolverines so far in this half.
Yeah, the Wolverines with 10 team assists, so UC Riverside just has 1. UC Riverside already has 3 turnovers for the afternoon.
Michigan has been doing a very good job on defense also, especially with recognizing when they need to bring another defender over for help defense. We saw Teskey at one point coming over to help in the corner, eventually leading to a turnover, another transition play for Michigan.
Yeah, so far great defense by the Wolverines on that play we were talking about. Good trap in the corner. Really putting pressure on a team that turns the ball over on average over 17 times a game. Now with 9:39 remaining in the half, UC Riverside with the ball. Chance Murray hands it off. Now up top is Rosser. Rosser back to Murray. Now Larson back in the game for the Highlanders. Up top, Murray driving against Simpson.
Good take by Murray. Getting good body position down low. Got an easy lay-in for 2 there.
And now Simmons in the game for the Wolverines, along with Robinson, Wagner, and Jordan Poole. But travel by the Wolverines is going to be Highlanders basketball. Ibby Watson also now in the game for the Wolverines. Murray crosses the timeline. And with Sylvester, Kennedy, Rosser, and Larson. Larson guarded by Wagner on the left block. Going against Wagner with the righty hook. He's going to be called for a travel. Michigan basketball. Now into Simmons. Will bring the ball up. Cross half court. Now Poole. Cross court pass to Duncan. Robinson up top. Simmons. Back to Poole. Back up top Simmons. Tries to bounce it into Wagner, but that's taken away by the Riverside defense. But stolen by Robinson. Robinson in transition to Poole, who has a shot blocked, but Duncan's there to corral it, and he puts it up for 2. 28-12 Wolverines.
That was great awareness by Robinson right there. Caught UC Riverside sleeping a little bit, made them pay.
Riverside's DJ Sylvester up top. Now passes to Rosser, right wing. Murray with 12 seconds on the shot clock for the Highlanders, guarded by Robinson. Puts it up, no good. Grabbed by Wagner. Wagner up to Simmons. To Robinson, now Wagner. This is to Watson. Watson to Robinson. Puts up a 3, in and out, but Wagner's there for the rebound. Put back, no good, but he's fouled. They go to the line for 2.
Great effort by Wagner. Keep the play alive. Now gives Michigan a chance to add to the lead.
Now we'll have a media timeout. Wolverines up 28-12. Wagner going to the line for 2. And now we've seen early Beeline going to his bench, giving a lot of players some playing time.
We'll see what adjustments UC Riverside decides to make. So far on offense, they've been pretty stagnant, preferring to play a little more of isolation ball. Hasn't really worked for them. You know, they've been forced to take some tough shots, fadeaways with hands in their face, tough layups. So, and that's allowing Michigan to get easy opportunities going the other way. So we'll see if the coach decides to make some changes.
These pioneering women were known as Rosie Riveters. They set the stage for quality and social change. Dorothy's primary job was to add antenna to the B-24 Liberators of the Hawk aircraft. She's estimated to have...
The Wolverines now have 10 points in the paint. UC Riverside 6. And they have 5 points in fast break transition. The Wolverines looking to just run through UC Riverside before they go to North Carolina. After a long road trip, it's good to get back to your home court, get your legs going, and build some confidence. Beat a team the way you should.
Yeah, and definitely build some confidence after that LSU loss in Maui. Michigan looked like they were in control the last couple minutes. Let the game slip away from them. So, against a team like North Carolina, you want to take that experience, learn from it, and give it your all there, because in order to beat a team like that, you're going to have to be playing at your best.
And as a young team, the Wolverines just need time, to create some team chemistry and really get rolling. And I feel like Michigan fans, it's going to be a little frustrating through their schedule as, they play North Carolina, and they're playing Indiana, Ohio State, UCLA. So a lot of big games coming up for the Wolverines.
Yeah, and you're right. They're still building chemistry. Obviously, losing Derek Walton last year, starting point guard from graduating. Point guard's it's like the quarterback of the offense. A really, really important role for their chemistry as a whole. So they're still getting used to playing with a new starting point guard, and that takes time.
Now Wagner's back at the line for 2. And for the Wolverines, Matthews, Wagner, Robinson, Watson, and Brooks. Wagner's first is good at 29-12. Wagner's second shot is no good, but rebound tapped back out to the Wolverines. Now Robinson in the right corner. Up top to Eli Brooks. Back to Robinson, up top Wagner. Left wing to Matthews. Watson up top. 9 seconds on the shot clock. Watson gets a screen from Wagner. pulls up for the jumper from the right wing. That's good.
Nice to see the bench players picking up the pace too. That would be big for Michigan. Good awareness by Charles Matthews there.
Matthews Euro steps through the paint for the layup. Now 33-12, 6:45 remaining in the half. Up top is Pierce now in the game for UC Riverside. Martin dribbles right, down to the baseline, brings it back out, gets it low to Larson. One power dribble against Wagner, puts up the layup, no good. Gets his own rebound, his putback's no good. Rebound going to be out of bounds off Eli Brooks.
Great defense there by Wagner. You know, keeping his hands up straight. You don't want to get called for fouls there. And you know, UC Riverside still has the ball, but you like to see the patient defense there down low.
As UC Riverside gets the ball back in, fresh shot clock. Martin with a step back jumper, no good. Rebound Robinson the other way. Eli Brooks kicks it out to Rockman back in the game. Now to Robinson, his three grazes the front of the rim. Rebound Martin. The other way, Martin feeds it down low to Larson, but has it stolen by Wagner in transition. It's Rockman, gives it to Duncan, drives, and blocking foul is going to be called on number 14, Rosser of UC Riverside.
That was great awareness there by Duncan Robinson to force that turnover. Actually had UC Riverside's big man on him, and it was a mismatch, and he was able to evade that matchup.
Now Robinson at the line for two. His first shot is no good. Robinson's second attempt is up and in. Now Martin with the ball. UC Riverside has 0 points in the last 3 minutes of play. Rosser up top, Martin. He looks in to Larson. Larson once again going against Wagner. His hook shot rattles in and out. Rebound Matthews. Matthews brings it up, hands it off to Wagner. Thought about the three instead. Dribbles left, has it stripped away. Tries to save it, but it's going to go out of bounds. Highlanders ball. Now cornered Murray up top, Martin. Pierce reverses it to Larson. Martin back up top to Murray. Murray faces some Wolverine pressure, throws it away to Rockman, throws it up ahead to Matthews, back to Rockman, up for the layup. That one rattles in.
Yeah, what Chance Murray was trying to do there was feed it into Larson, who was wide open down low. Unfortunately for him, pass got intercepted there.
Now another steal by the Wolverines. Robinson going the other way, his layup no good. Eli Brooks tries to tap it back in, no good. And Riverside the other way.
Crowd looking for offensive goaltending, or defensive goaltending, excuse me. Thought the ball was on the rim when he touched it.
But the Wolverines come up with yet another steal as Matthews in transition gets the layup off the glass. 38-12 Wolverines lead, 4 minutes remaining in the half. Up top, Larson. Now to Martin, dribbles it up top of the key, drives through the lane, spin move, kicks it out to Larson, shoots the jumper over Wagner, no good. Rebound to Wagner. Gives it up to Eli Brooks, who dribbles it off his knees, out of bounds to UC Riverside. An immediate timeout on the floor. Wolverines up 38-12. good time for the media timeout for UC Riverside as they have 0 points in the last 5 minutes and 20 seconds. The Wolverines coming up with some great steals, and they now have 11 points off UC Riverside turnovers.
Yeah, and if you're UC Riverside, having 10 turnovers, 4 minutes left in the first half, that's not going to lead to the results you want at all. So they gotta do a better job of taking care of the ball moving forward.
And a lot of those turnovers came at the top of the arc, which is just baiting the other team to go in transition and score.
Right.
The Highlanders trying to look down low to Larson, their highest scorer on the team. He only has 2 points, 1 for 5 shooting, and they've struggled to get him the ball. And then when they do, Mo Wagner has done a really good job playing defense down low.
Yes, I agree. Larson, he's been able to get good position down there, but Wagner stood still and made it very tough for him to get an easy look. Even when there was at one point when Larson was wide open, and Chance Murray tried to find him, but Michigan defenders on the perimeter were very active, and prevented that from happening. But for UC Riverside, considering they're 5 for 20 from the field right now, and if you have an open look like that, you really want to take advantage of it because so far it's been really tough for them to get the looks they wanted.
Yeah, just frustration for the Highlanders.
Yeah.
Difficult shooting, and then they can't get that open man when they have the opportunity. Highlanders have only taken 2 3-point attempts. The Wolverines taken 11, made 36%.
How about Michigan? 11 assists to 1 UC Riverside assist. It's been the tale of the story right now. It's completely 2 different styles of play. Michigan doing a nice job swinging the ball to find open shooters.
Leading the Wolverines with assists is still Matthews with 7, but Abdul Rahman also has 3 assists for the Wolverines. UC Riverside inbounds the ball to Martin. We'll kick it to Poe Flippin, who's now in the game, along with James Jackson. Up top is Menno Dykstra, guarded by Teskey, back in for the Wolverines. Dykstra shoots a 3, no good. The rebound is corralled by UC Riverside. Up top, Martin gets a screen from Jackson. 20 seconds on the shot clock. UC Riverside tries to look down low to Dykstra. He's going to be fouled on the floor by Teskey.
And good job by Dykstra to get position on Teskey up in the paint close to the basket. Was able to draw the foul there.
Baseline out of bounds for Highlanders. It's going to get into Martin. Up top, Flippin puts up the 3, no good. Rebound, Rockman. Rockman the other way for the Wolverines. Finds Poole on the right wing. Back up top, Rockman. Poole back to Rockman in the corner, drives, cross-court pass to Robinson. Robinson with the 3, that one's down and in.
That was a great job by Abdul Rahman, recognizing the corner that they're going to close in on him. Gets the pump fake and finds an open Duncan Robinson cross-court for 3.
UC Riverside working the ball around the 3-point arc. Pickett now up top to Martin. Martin gets a screen from Dykstra, drives against Teskey, has a shot blocked, out of bounds, off the Highlanders.
Basketball. Checking in for your Wolverines, number 51, Austin Davis.
Now Austin Davis will check in the game for Teske for the Wolverines. As Xavier Simpson is also in, hands it off to Rockman, who will cross the timeline. Rockman guarded closely by Flippin. Now Poole with the three. That one long rebound to Martin. Martin the other way.
That was a nice screen there by Davis to get Poole some space. Couldn't get it to go, but you like to see Davis get active immediately.
You see Riverside working around to Martin. Martin drives into the paint. Bounce pass back out. Now floater is good for Pickett. That will break the scoring drought by UC Riverside that lasted 7 minutes.
Yeah, and you see some nice ball movement there by UC Riverside. You'd think they need a little more of that because when they're passing the ball, they're getting better looks.
Backdoor cut by Robinson. His layup's going to be waved off. Offensive goaltending by the Wolverines by Austin Davis. It looked like that was going to go in by Robinson. Probably should have left it alone. Down low to Dykstra against Davis. Kicks it back out to Martin. Martin back to Dykstra for the three in the corner. Knocks it down.
Dykstra for three.
41-17 with just a minute remaining in the first half. Wolverines on offense. Simpson up top. Gets it to Robinson, right wing. Now we're going to have a foul, off-ball foul. Dikembe Martin, that will be his first foul. Team fourth foul, so the Wolverines have the ball on the baseline. Simpson ready to inbound. Gets it into Rockman in the corner. Rockman dribbles up top to Poole. Back to Simpson up top. Finds Rockman for three on the right wing. That one's out. It's going to be rebounded by Pickett. Pickett the other way in transition to Martin. Martin with the pass back out. Martin again with the ball up top. Flippin. Gets into the paint. Layup no good. Wide to the left. Rebound Robinson.
That was a gorgeous move by Martin to find an open Flippin. I thought Flippin passed up an open shot there, and UC Riverside was unable to get a bucket in the end.
Now timeout Michigan with 16 seconds remaining in the half. Trying to get off one last good shot before going into halftime. Beeline's team up 41-17 over UC Riverside. Now the scoring drought has gone over the Wolverine side. They have 0 points in the last 2 minutes and 38 seconds. UC Riverside just shooting 27% from the field. They have knocked down 2 of their 4 3-point attempts. Now the Wolverines will get the ball from the sideline with 16.3 seconds remaining in the half. Robinson to inbound. But Simpson, Poole, Rockman, and Davis out on the court for the Wolverines. Robinson gets it into Simpson, guarded by Martin. 12 seconds on the clock. Now Rockman has it poked away, but he's going to be fouled by Flippin. It'll be the 5th foul on Riverside. Wolverines will get the ball again from the sideline.
His first personal foul. Team's 5th.
Robinson in to Simpson. 8 seconds remaining in the half. Simpson finds Poole in the corner. Hesitates with a 3, puts it up, no good at the horn. Wolverines will go into halftime, 41-17. so far through the first half, Eric, what have you liked from the Wolverines?
I think I've been most impressed by their passing. They have a lot of assists on the stat sheet right now, but I think a lot of that has been set up by their defense. They've been forcing a lot of turnovers, passing really well in transition and getting easy looks.
Yes, the Wolverines with 12 assists for the first half, and we'll be back for the second half of the Wolverines versus the Highlanders. They're up 41-17. Welcome back to the second half of Michigan men's basketball. First, UC Riverside. The first half, the Wolverines cruised to a 41-17 lead. With me for the second half is Peter Wynn. Peter, what did you observe in the first half?
I mean, first half, it was all around a great defensive effort by the Wolverines. Obviously, UC Riverside struggled to really get anything going on the offensive end, period. I mean, if you look at the statistics, shooting 27% from the floor isn't going to get you much. They finished the half with 17 points. For them, I think really it was a matter of never being able to get into the paint and do any damage there. They were settling for contested jump shots, which obviously just weren't falling. So look for them in this half, maybe to try to get a little action in the paint. They do have some size, so it'll be interesting to see what they can do to try to get a grip back on this game.
Yeah, and the Highlanders also had 10 turnovers, and they do average 17.8 turnovers a game, but they don't want to outpace that average, especially against the Wolverines. And as you said, they can't get the ball down low to Larson, who is their highest scorer. He only has 2 points on 1 for 5 shooting, and Wagner has done a great job on the defensive end down low.
Yeah, right. As you mentioned, turnovers for UC Riverside have been a huge problem this season. Right now, they're on pace to average the second most turnovers in a season in the history of their basketball program. And obviously, this problem hasn't really been addressed today. You can look, the guards are just getting their pockets picked, bring the ball up the floor, and a lot of it just kind of comes down to carelessness. There's some bad passes and just some mistakes that I'm sure have their coach just going a little bit crazy right now.
Now we're about to start the second half. Wolverines up 41-17. They did end the half, though, with a scoring drought about 3 minutes, but probably won't last too long as the second half is about to start.
Yeah, interesting to see what John Beeline decides to go with in terms of his lineups this half. Obviously, this isn't the most competitive game the Wolverines have seen thus far and will see this season. So, I mean, look for Beeline to maybe go to some guys off the bench that don't hear their name called an awful lot. Just try out some new things, get some of the bench players a little bit exposure, help them develop. I mean, they are still early in the season.
Now the Highlanders will start the half with the ball. The Wolverines with their starting lineup: Matthews, Eli Brooks, Robinson, Rockman, and Wagner. But now it's Martin who gives it up to DJ Sylvester. Back up top, Martin, guarded by Robinson. Picks up his dribble. Give it to Chance Murray. Now Sylvester once again gets a screen from Martin. Kicks it to Martin, left wing, puts up the 3. That one's no good. Rebound, Eli Brooks. Brooks pushes it up, gives it ahead to Matthews. Matthews drives into the paint, gives it to Wagner, who is fouled. He'll go to the line for 2.
Yeah, that's a nice aggressive play there by Moritz Wagner. As you can see, there was a defender just moving his way into the lane. Wagner did a really good job of just staying on course, drawing that contact, and going to the line.
At the line, shooting 2 for Wolverines, number 13, Mo.
I think that's actually so far been a really big upside of this game, is seeing the Wolverines get physical inside, just getting points off rebounds, tipping the ball back in. That's an area where obviously has been a bit hit or miss, but Wagner's really been a physical presence today.
Yeah, Wagner has been strong down low. He now has 9 points. The second foul shot attempt is up and in. Make it 10 on the afternoon. Wolverines lead 43-17. The other way, Murray now up top. Sylvester. Martin hands it off to Murray. There's going to be an offensive foul on Martin.
Offensive foul.
Yeah, he just came into that screen a little bit out of control, never really got his feet set, and just kind of continued knocking, I believe, Eli Brooks just out of the way there. That's an easy call for the referee.
Now number 10, Johnny Kennedy will check in for Martin for Riverside as Rockman crosses the timeline, guarded by Sylvester. And now up top, Wagner to Robinson, back to Matthews. Matthews, Rockman, left wing, up top to Wagner, 4-3. That one's down and in. 43-17. Wagner now has 13.
to Muhammad Abdul-Rahman.
Riverside feeds it down low to Larson. Larson goes against Wagner for the layup. That's good.
Yeah, that was a really nice play there by Larson. He just bodied up Wagner on the inside, made a little spin move to the basket and laid it in. That's something that we were really looking for at the beginning of this game for UC Riverside to do, and that's kind of the first flash. Larson's obviously their leading scorer. Nice play by him.
Good pass down low by Matthews to Robinson. He gets the layup. Oh, the other way. Sylvester tries to dump it down low to Larson. Larson up again for two. Quickly looking down low to Larson at the beginning of the second half.
Yeah, nice play by Sylvester, the guard, drawing that double team, driving to the hoop, and just an easy dump off to Larson for a quick two.
Wagner up top, thought about the three, hands it off to Rockman. Rockman drives, kicks it to Brooks, puts up a three. That one's no good, but he gets his own rebound in the left corner. Gives it up to Matthews. Matthews fakes, drives, lobs it up to Wagner. He loses control of the ball the other way to Kennedy with the rebound. Up to Martin. Martin feeds Murray in the corner for three. No good. Rebound Matthews. Matthews crosses half court for the Wolverines. Passes it up to Rockman. Rockman sets up the offense. Brooks now to Robinson. Back to Rockman. 14 seconds on the shot clock. Feeds Matthews. Pulls up for the jumper from the left corner. No good. Rebound the other way to Sylvester. It's going against Brooks. Goes up for the righty layup. No good. Rebound Wagner.
Yeah, that was good defense there by Brooks. Never really let his man get away and just contested that shot when he was getting to the hoop.
Now Eli Brooks dumps it down low to Matthews. Matthews going against Martin. Turns around for the jumper. That's good.
Matthews so strong there. He's getting bodied up low, able to get some space, back off, give himself room to make that shot.
Sylvester, offensive foul is going to be called on Larson.
Offensive foul. Islanders number 21, Alex Larson.
So he takes Matthews down on a screen.
Team's third.
That'll be the third team foul in the second half.
The Highlanders number 5.
Wolverines up 50-21 with possession. Rockman looking to get it in. A little pressure from UC Riverside.
Yeah, you're starting to see that the defense. I mean, this really happened about 5 minutes into the game, but UC Riverside forced with no other option than to really just defend full court, press all the time, just try to get the ball back, try to get a little momentum going, something they haven't been able to do. The ball knocked away, but Matthews recovers it.
They've worked the Wolverines down to 6 seconds on the shot clock. Wagner, another three from the top of the key. That one rattles in slowly, but drops for Wagner.
Looked like that ball was just suspended right above the rim there, was bouncing around. Feels like it took about 3 seconds before it finally fell in.
Now 53-21, UC Riverside working the ball around the three-point arc. That's Murray. Now down low to Larson again versus Wagner. On the left block, spin move. Hook, no good. Rebound to Wagner. Other way, Matthews. He will slow it up, get a screen from Wagner. Top of the key. Feeds Eli Brooks 4-3. That one banks off the backboard and in.
Yeah, that was a really heads-up play there by Brooks. His man slides in to help on defense. All he has to do is just cut about 10 feet over, just gets his way out of traffic and finds a wide-open three.
Smart play by the Wolverines. Now UC Riverside looking to get something going on offensive end. Sylvester does get the layup.
Really nice move by Sylvester at the top of the key. Just crosses over to his left, gets out of the way, and has an open lane to the basket. Good finish, too.
Just under 15 minutes to play in the second half. Wolverines up 56-23. Good pass by Matthews down low to Robinson. Reverse layup, good.
That was a pretty play there, right, by Michigan. Really just the fundamentals right there on display. Duncan Robinson with a heads-up cut. Good feed. I'm sure that one made John Beeline very happy.
And great passing still by the Wolverines. They have 17 assists for the afternoon. UC Riverside only with 4. Right now, timeout on the floor. Wolverines do lead 58-23.
One of the things, if you're John Beeline, that you got to be proud about is how cohesive this group has looked so far today. I know they had their ups and downs in their recent trip to Maui, but today they've actually really played well as a team, offensively and defensively. Just looking at that last play there, passing has been on point. They're just getting some good, open, easy looks at the hoop.
And going off that, like I was saying earlier, coming off a trip from Maui, a long plane ride, and they played 3 games, they could be really tired, even though they're playing, a not very talented UC Riverside. You can still see teams coming in their first game home and struggling, being slow, but out of the gates the Wolverines have looked great, and this is going to be a good confidence booster as they look into going into their next game against North Carolina.
Exactly, yeah. I mean, they can't get too used to this level of opposition right now, given their schedule coming up. They're going to see North Carolina at home on Wednesday, then Indiana, Ohio State, in the very highly anticipated UCLA game. So it's going to be a tough stretch. I'm really curious to see how they're going to do, how they're going to hold up. I think obviously this game isn't the best litmus test for this team, but it is, as you mentioned, a good way for them to get back in rhythm, a little confidence booster before that stretch.
Yeah, the young Wolverines looking to make a statement in their upcoming schedule. See if they can get at least a couple wins on this tough schedule. But as you said, UCLA, everyone looking forward to that.
Yeah, that should be an exciting game. We'll see. The UCLA basketball team has been dealing with a drama of its own sort in these recent weeks. We'll see how that plays out before the game. If LeAngelo Ball will even make it onto the court, that's the question. I mean, obviously that would be good for Michigan in the sense that they're going to be missing one of their best scorers, but everyone here I think would love to see him on the court. Yeah, if you're going to pay for a ticket, you might as well.
Difference between UCLA and, Beeline's teams, never much drama around it.
Right, exactly.
Now back in play, UC Riverside with a layup.
Yeah, I wonder how John Beeline would deal with those antics. If his team ever made it to China, players caught shoplifting.
Probably wouldn't let him back. Beeline's a no-nonsense guy.
I know. I couldn't imagine they'd see the court much for the rest of the season. Different world out there in L.A. As Matthews, nice move to the hoop, and draws a foul.
Charles Matthews has been great so far this season for the Wolverines. He now has 15 points as he'll head to the line to shoot 1.
Yeah, Matthews has really emerged as their #1 scorer, that go-to guy, and you can see why there. He's just so strong, able to shoot from the outside, at the same time, can draw contact, finish at the rim.
An exciting replacement for the Wolverines, losing the starting point guard, Walton, as he graduated, went into the NBA. Such a strong leader for the Wolverines. It's good to see so far that Charles Matthews, averaging over 16 points per game, will be able to bring some scoring for the Wolverines.
Yeah, Matthews, 6'6" junior from Chicago, has really been in the making. Obviously, looking at the roster last year, he was never really able to be the guy with Walton and DJ Wilson there, two guys in the NBA right now. He just never really got the spotlight, but this year I think is really an excellent time for him to step up and be a leader on this team. Obviously something right now, he's averaging over 16 points a game so far. Really just starting to step up. We'll see how he's able to compete against these teams coming up. But so far, Beeline's got to like what he sees.
And with him being able to play this year after having to sit out to the transfer rules, it will be good to give Xavier Simpson some more time to get adjusted to the college play and physicality. And hopefully with that, him coming off the bench now with Eli Brooks starting, hopefully in practice he's getting some more confidence and being able to play up against Charles Matthews, that he'll be able to come in and contribute some significant minutes off the bench.
Yeah, it's got to be tough with the guys like Brooks and Simpson. Obviously, both young guys, a little bit undersized, both 6 feet, about 170, 180 pounds, in that range. Obviously, it's a different ball game when you're playing in high school and your average player is probably not much taller than them. But here, I mean, it's a test when they're competing against some of these bigger guys. They're seeing 7-footers, 6'11" guys who are twice their size.
Oops, I did it.
got to see these guys become very aggressive. I mean, Derek Walton Jr. is short, you know, for the college level and NBA level, but he just would go out there and play with such tenacity and really stuff the stat sheet. And so, you know, there's big shoes to fill, but the Wolverines, you know, looking to develop some of these young players.
Yeah, I mean, Brooks is a very talented guard, and I think they'd love to see him kind of step up and fill that role that Walton left behind. I mean, he's not. His game might be like a little bit rougher around the edges right now, but I mean, athletically, he's there. He's speed, skill. I mean, he's still developing and looking good so far.
Now with Matthews back at the line to shoot his one foul shot, we have Xavier Simpson has checked in the game, along with John Teskey. Matthews misses his foul shot. And the other way, it's UC Riverside. Wolverines with Matthews against Chance Murray. Knocks down the jumper. It's 60-27. Rockman now to Matthews. Matthews up top to Simpson. Gets it to Teskey, who takes a three. That one high bounce, rebound to Pickett.
That was a nice move by Teskey, breaking away from his defender, getting open at the three-point line, but I don't really know if that's the shot they want him taking. Big guy, he might be better served working on the inside.
Now Dykstra just scored over Teskey down low in the paint. Simpson brings the ball up the court, now gives it to Matthews. Matthews looking to Teskey, who reverses it to Duncan Robinson on the right wing. Down low, Matthews going against his defender. Turnaround jumper's good.
Really pretty basketball there by Charles Matthews. Double teamed in the paint. Again, able just to get that one step back, high release, and get that shot off. Sinks it, about a 10-foot jumper.
You see Riverside looking down low, but it's broken up by Teskey, given to Rockman. As you were saying, just great basketball by Matthews. He now has a double-double, 17 points, 11 assists. He got 4 rebounds. Simpson tries to get down low to Teskey, who has a shot blocked. The other way is Brown for the Highlanders, who has his layup rejected by Rockman. Go out of bounds, though, off Rockman and stay with the Highlanders.
Really nice play there by Rockman. Obviously one of the defensive leaders of this team. He was just all over his guy. When he went up from under the basket, Rockman was just there, met that ball, and batted it right out of bounds. And again, a good play, blocks the shot, and that is going to be Xavier Simpson, who recovers it.
And he throws it up to Matthews. Cross-court pass to Livers, who's now in the game. Up and under layup, no good, but got the crowd a little excited there. Now the other way, Brown. Brown's going to bring it back out. 12 minutes to play. He goes against Livers, and he is fouled. Go to the line for 2.
I think one thing that you really have to commend Michigan on in this game is just their ability to defend the perimeter. If you look at, obviously we talked earlier about how UC Riverside hasn't been able to do much inside, but really, I mean, when you look at, we're now 11, 12 minutes out from the conclusion of this game. They haven't even reached 30 points, and I mean, Michigan has not given them any open shots at the perimeter. Their guards have been swarming them on defense, getting hands in their faces whenever they have the ball, and obviously it's paying off right now.
Yeah, and that perimeter defense has prevented them from getting the ball down low, but also they've forced a lot of turnovers. You see Riverside now with 14, and the Wolverines with 17 points off those turnovers. The leading scorer for the Wolverines is Charles Matthews with 17 points. And behind him is Wagner with 16, shooting 5 for 7 on 3 for 4 from downtown. On the other side, no players in double digits for UC Riverside. We have Murray with 6 and Larson with 6.
Interesting to see if it's getting to be that point in the game where Beeline's really going to start clearing the bench out, getting some guys some looks. We will see. He seems to have stuck with the same guys pretty much so far. Has a little bit of a rotation. Got Simpson, Livers coming in off the bench.
Up 62-29. It would be a good time to try to get the bench out there. As we said, the game's coming up. There's not going to be a whole lot of time to give those bench players significant minutes, but it is good to get them out there with some confidence in case someone gets into foul trouble, and you do have to go deep in your bench.
I know. I'd love to see a little bit of E.B. Watson, C.J. Baird, some of those guys. See what they're about. See what they can do. Obviously, this is a great time just to test it out. Crowd here in Crisler, which was a little bit sparse to begin with, is starting to empty out even a little bit more. Fans not quite on the edge of their seat given the score of this game, but can't complain about their Wolverines performance.
Yeah, Michigan fans looking for something to cheer for after yesterday.
Yeah, of course, rough loss. Glad to see their basketball team doing a little bit better for the time being.
Now Brown will head to the line for UC Riverside to shoot 2. And for the game for the Highlanders is Murray, Brown, Pickett, Jackson, and Dykstra. Wolverines, we have Matthews, Simpson, Livers, Abdul-Rahman, and Bogner. Misses the first. Remains 62-29. But Brown hits the second. A little full court pressure from UC Riverside, but Rockman quickly gets the ball across half court. Bachman guarded by Pickett. Dumps it down low to Wagner, who feeds it to Livers for the jam. Good passing by the Wolverines. Other way, it's Pickett. Gets a screen from Jackson. Top Dykstra. Hands it off to Brown. Brown kicks it back to Dykstra, puts up the 3. That one's no good. Long rebound to Simpson.
Yeah, I'm not totally sure what UC Riverside is doing with their 7-footer, just playing on the perimeter there. Obviously the biggest guy on the court right now. I think that he'd be better served working inside, maybe getting some points down there. It's the second 3 he's attempted this game. Did knock down the first, but I just wonder if maybe that's not quite the role that he should be playing in.
Yeah, UC Riverside was successful a couple times getting the ball down low to Larson. Maybe try that with Dykstra, but he's still around the perimeter as UC Riverside has 7 seconds to get the ball up. It's stripped now 3, and quickly Murray will put up a 3. That one's no good. And the other way, the Wolverines, it's going to be poked out of bounds. They're going to say it's off Rockman.
Highlanders basketball.
So the Highlanders will get the ball back. 10:46 remaining in the game. Now Brown dribble handoff to Pickett. Going against Matthews. Pulls up for the jumper. That one rattles out. Rebound Livers. Livers up to Simpson. Back to Livers. Feeds it to Matthews. Guarded by Pickett. The work down low. Cross-court pass to Rockman. Offensive 3-second violation for the Wolverines, so another turnover.
Yeah, Matthews hanging out down there in the paint. Really, it was a pretty good play by him, actually, passing cross-court there. Would have had an open look. Unfortunately, just not quite paying enough attention.
Riverside working the ball around now up top. Pickett gives it to Dykstra. Now Brown, 10 seconds on the shot clock, guarded by Simpson. Gets it into the paint for an easy layup. 64-32, under 10 to play.
Yeah, that was a fun little move by number 5, Javon Brown for UC Riverside, the reverse layup going back over his head.
Now Simpson up top for the Wolverines. Feeds it down low to Matthews. Good pass, but good defense by Riverside, but he's able to get a great pass to Cutting Wagner for the lefty layup.
Charles Matthews.
I'll make that 12 assists for Matthews. Brown up top to Murray. Murray guarded by Livers. Tries to get his teammate Jackson cutting to the basket. It's going to be tipped out of bounds by the Wolverines. Now some substitution. Larson's now in for Dykstra.
55, Eli Brooks. And number 5,
Eli Brooks is in, and
Simmons seeing the court for the first time in a while here. Maybe Beeline is starting to kind of change the rotations a little bit, given where we're at.
Jordan Poole also in the game for the Wolverines, defending Murray, who misses the 3. Rebound to Wagner. Simmons up to Livers. Livers back up to Simmons. And now Poole left wing. Up top Simmons. He drives baseline, kicks it out to Brooks. Brooks to Poole, puts up a 3-pointer. That one's good.
Really nice offensive rotation. You have the baseline drive, able to kick it out. Just makes one more pass, finds the open man. Just an entirely uncontested shot there.
Wolverines with their good perimeter defense right now. You see Riverside trying to get something as Brown drives. Puts up a contested shot that rattles in and out. Rebound Wagner. The other way Simmons pushing it. Gives it to Wagner. Pulls up for the 3. Top of the key. That one's good. 72-32. 8 minutes remaining.
Yeah, Wagner really just continuing a game where he shot really well already.
Now Jackson gives it up to Murray. 12 seconds on the shot clock, working against Poole. Gets to the basket. Gets the layup with a hand from Livers in his face. 72-34. Wagner up top, gives it to Livers. Livers, nice pass down low to Poole. Poole working against his defender. Spins, puts up the jumper, no good. Rebound Murray. Murray guarded by Simmons. Pulls up for the jumper, no good. Rebound Wagner. Hands it off to Poole. Poole in transition, kicks it back to Wagner.
Yeah, good job slowing the pace down there by Michigan. Looked like they were just going to go for the fast break, but instead they slow it down, play a little 5-on-5 here. They're going to find Livers for an open 3, which he misses.
And with that, Murray corrals the rebound. And it'll be a timeout on the floor by the Highlanders. Looks like John Teskey will check in for the Wolverines. So we are seeing some rotation from Beeline as the Wolverines are up 72-64, 6:45 remaining in the game.
Yeah, at this point in the game, just under 7 minutes to go, 38-point Michigan lead. I think everyone's just looking for a little bit of excitement, something new.
Yeah, the crowd's starting to head towards the exit.
I'm sure all of the Riverside bench right now is just ready for this game to tick on down, and this has been a bit of an ugly one so far. I mean, you can't really blame them. They're a Big West team. They're coming in here playing Michigan. It really is hard to compete for a smaller school like that. All their recruiting is very regional. You look at their roster, and just about everybody but 2 people is from the general Riverside, Los Angeles area in California. So, and they do have some talents. I don't want to discount them yet. Obviously, they're just not quite able to run with Michigan. They've showed a little bit of strength down low, some good guard play, but they're just not quite there as a team yet.
One of their leading scorers, Rosser, Brandon Rosser has 4 fouls, hasn't gotten a whole lot of playing time, 0 points. The Wolverines have just done a good job, though, defensively. UC Riverside with just 34 points. Wolverines shooting 54% from the field and 43% from downtown. UC Riverside just 20% from 3, 2 for 10, and they're not a big three-point shooting team. And as you said, it's a little weird to have their big out on the point line, jacking up threes when maybe he should be down low, trying to get some buckets down in the paint.
Yeah, not really their strength as a team. Michigan, on the other hand, with a pretty satisfactory 43% from downtown. I think in this upcoming stretch where they're going to be playing some really, really talented ranked opponents, a lot of how well they do is just going to depend on how well they can shoot from outside. That's been a pretty big indicator for them. If you look at just last year when they were able to make that tournament run, really heat up at the end of the season, they were just shooting really well from the outside. And I think that's going to be a big indicator for this team coming down this next stretch.
Yeah, well, the Wolverines especially live and die by the three-pointer. And, but tonight we've seen some great ball movement. So the Wolverines do have great three-point shooters. So if they can get them open off that ball movement, then it's gonna be good for them. But sometimes you see them forcing up threes because that's their offense, but they don't necessarily have the looks.
Yeah, that's why guys like Matthews are so important. Guys who can draw double teams inside, and then those guards are able just to get open on the perimeter and find their shots. That's going to be something really, really important for them.
Now the action back on the court. Larson misses down low. Rebound to the Wolverines. Simmons falls, and he's going to be out of bounds with the ball, so UC Riverside will get it back. UC Riverside working the ball around the perimeter.
Yeah, Michigan stayed in that man-to-man defense pretty much for the entirety of the game, and they've played it really well. No reason to change anything up right now. Errant pass down low. Ball will go Michigan's way.
Yes, Kennedy throws that one out of bounds. Michigan gets it into Simmons. Some pressure from Pickett to get it across the timeline. Now Poole up to Teskey. Livers feeds it down low to Poole on the right block. Working against his defender, he draws the foul and one. He'll head to the line.
Count the basket, Jordan Poole, and one.
Wolverines now up 40. As Poole heads to the line. That'll be Flippen's foul on the play. Poole misses the and one, but the rebound is tapped out to him by Livers. Wolverines with a fresh shot clock. Up top, Simmons. Now Livers. Now it's Watson, gives it to Simmons. Poole for the corner three. That one's no good. Teskey trying to get the rebound. It's going to go to Watson. Watson with the floater in the lane. That one's good.
Nice finish there, coming in with the floater. Nice soft touch by Watson. Good play.
Now Murray kicks it out to Flippin. Puts up a three, no good. Rebound. It's going to be tipped out of bounds off Livers.
Yeah, again, Poole was really up in the shooter's face there. Good job. And part of what's really enabled the success for the Michigan defense is the way that everyone on the perimeter has been able to fight through screens. You look at no one's really shooting gaps or losing their men. Everyone's just staying on course, fighting through those screens up top.
Now good defense by Livers forces the turnover. The other way now, Austin Davis in the game for the Wolverines. Simmons up to Watson. Gets a screen from Davis. Cutting to the basket. It's going to hit Poole for the wide open three from the left wing. That's good. 79-34, under 5 minutes to play in the game. Sylvester kicks it out to Larson. Larson with the jumper, no good. It's going to be corralled though by Flippin. It's going to bring it back up top to Murray. Murray drives, kicks it out to Sylvester, puts up the three, no good. Rebound Davis.
Yeah, UC Riverside just really struggling right now all around, giving up some open shots, and just their shooting has really been subpar today.
And almost got a basket in transition, but Poole came with the block.
Poole just taking a page out of LeBron James' playbook right there, coming out of absolutely nowhere, and then hitting a three from downtown.
Poole getting the fans on their feet with a great block and then a long three.
Just right there from about 7 or 8 feet behind the three-point line, just posted up and took that shot and absolutely drilled it. Got a little bit of excitement going with this crowd here.
Now there's a foul and immediate timeout, but Poole, what great energy off the bench. He has 11 points, and man, that block was something.
Yeah, that was really fun to watch right there on both ends. Just his athleticism, getting back up and just from so far behind the arc, just hitting that shot.
He's now 50%, 3 of 6 from downtown. UC Riverside has missed their last 7 field goal attempts. Can't get anything going late in this game.
As we mentioned before, the North Carolina Tar Heels will be visiting Ann Arbor this Wednesday. Emily, you think that Michigan has a chance to run with them?
You know, it will be interesting. I don't know if the Wolverines are quite there yet to run with them. But, I mean, like I said, you can't take too much from this game because you are playing UC Riverside. But the way they've been passing the ball and the way that, you know, the shooters have been shooting, it's going to bring a lot of confidence. And if they can really move the ball around, I think it will definitely help on the offensive side.
Yeah, I'm with you there. I think it's just really going to depend on how well they shoot from the floor. As long as they stay true to their game, I know it's going to be easy in a game like that just to, if they fall behind, really get out of sorts, just try to run, kind of play North Carolina's game. But I think if they stay true to their offense and they're moving the ball well and finding those open shooters who can hit their shots, this is a talented team. They're young, but they're athletic, and I think that there's no reason they can't make a game out of it at the very least.
Yeah, the Wolverines will just have to be careful that they don't, you know, start playing one-on-one basketball and have people, you know, throwing up threes that are contested. They'll just have to work the ball around. But now the Wolverines have really gone to their bench. They even have CJ Bairden, who's the manager walk-on for the Wolverines. Getting some action here at Crisler.
Also, number 11, Luke Wilson, the freshman guard from Boulder, Colorado, just checked in too. That's the first time we've seen him today.
Najee Ozier as well, also in the game. Freshman forward, number 25.
Austin Davis too. Now they're really just starting to empty the bench. Like I said before, we've been waiting for this point in time. I don't know why he didn't come a little bit earlier, given that their lead's almost at 50 points here with 3.5 minutes to go.
So Brent Hibbett's in the game. Doesn't see a lot of playing time. So Larson at the line, 4-2. 3:34 remaining. He hits the first. Larson now has 7 points on the afternoon. Second one rattles out, and the rebound's going to be tipped out of bounds off the Highlanders to the Wolverines. Now, Luke Wilson looking to get the ball, gets it in, a little pressure from Flippin. He gets it across the timeline.
Yeah, Wilson really just being harassed the whole way there.
Hibbets drives the basket. Layup no good, rebound Larson. UC Riverside with a quick three. That's no good, rebound Davis. Gives it up to Wilson. Wolverines look down low to Davis. Guarded by Larson. Spin move. Hook shot no good. Rebound the other way.
At this point in the game there, I think that the Wolverines should start to think about just keeping possession, waiting, working the shot clock, getting something off at the very end. Davis took that shot with about 24 seconds to go. I think that might be pushing it a little bit given where we're at.
The way Hickman misses the shot, but Larson's there for the putback. His hook shot way off though, rebound Hibbert. The other way the Wolverines. 2:20 remaining. Hibbert's stepping into a three, knocks it down. The bench excited for him.
And Michigan bench staying animated there, showing a little excitement despite the 50-point lead they have.
Now there's going to be a foul down low on Davis in the paint. But it's good to see the bench even in this, late in the game in a blowout. Excited to see, this their walk-on give a, assist to Hibberts in transition for three. Players that don't often get too much playing time.
Yeah, it's nice to see. Given the schedule coming up, I don't know how much time they'll be seeing on the court, but it's good for them to get a little run in here, get some practice in. You never know, down the stretch, some of these guys might end up stepping in, having some big roles to fill.
Now with just under 2 minutes remaining, Wolverines up 85-35. UC Riverside with possession. As Hibberts blocks the shot, then Davis blocks the shot of Rawwire. Now it's going the other way with the Wolverines, Luke Wilson. Luke Wilson guarded closely by Flippin. Excuse me. Yeah, Flippin, and it's going to be a foul.
Wilson was having a tough time hanging onto the ball there. It was 14 Brandon Rosser on Riverside, who was just on him the whole way, trying to poke it out. Got it once. Wilson was able to recover it, and then that foul was called.
Sideline out of bounds for the Wolverines. Looking to get it in. They do in the backcourt to Luke Wilson. 17 seconds on the shot clock. Wilson is fouled again. Again on 24, Flippin. So now the Wolverines will go to the line in the bonus. So Luke Wilson with the opportunity to get on the board tonight. He misses, and UC Riverside rebounds. Flipping now to Pierce. Back up top. UC Riverside working the ball around. Gets it into the paint past the Wolverines defense. And that's going to be Flippin for two.
Yeah, that was a good little move by Flippin. Nice drive to the hoop. Get something on the board. Cut the lead to less than 50, which I guess might be some sort of victory on its own if you're UC Riverside.
Wolverines with the turnover. Now 45 seconds remaining. UC Riverside gets another layup in transition. That's Hickman. 40 seconds. Wolverines cross the timeline. It's Luke Wilson. Try to dribble some of this clock out. 15 seconds on the shot clock. 27 left in the game. Wolverines hit a shot, no good. Hibbert with the putback. But it does. 5 points. UC Riverside knocks down a three. And 8 seconds left. The Wolverines will be able to dribble out this one. they're going to come away with a victory 87-42 heading into Wednesday's game against North Carolina Wolverines.
Pretty dominant performance all around by Michigan, capping off that win. Let's see how they fare coming up. I'm excited to watch this stretch. We'll see how good this team really is.
Yeah, and then just a little bit from you. Going into North Carolina, who do you look to lead the Wolverines?
I mean, I think it's going to have to come back to Charles Matthews. I think all around he is their best player right now. In terms of those one-on-one matchups, I think he's the guy. He's going to have to take the big shots. If he can draw double teams, especially, even if he's not going to be putting up 20, 25 points, if he can put up 14 points but draw double teams, move the ball well, and get looks for his shooters, I think we got ourselves a game. So I think he's going to be a big key. And if they keep defending the perimeter well, playing good defense, they're young, they're athletic, we'll see what they can do.
All right, and with that, the Wolverines move to 6-1. Thank you for listening to WCBN's broadcast of Michigan basketball. I'm Emily Herard. With me is Peter Wynn and Eric Littman. Leave you with a good night and a Go Blue.